Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and in this video we are doing the weapon tier list based on the data as well as my own personal experience playing against best players as a top 200 worldwide player. Let's get started. Lewis gun goes for an absolute S tier for the start of this tier list. There is not a single heavy weapon that can match what Lewis gun can do to you. You can poke enemies from high ground, you can be very accurate in 3-to-1 targets with your double medium setup. You can be annoying up close, you can be annoying at medium range, and if you would look at statistics, Lewis gun is actually not that far in terms of the time to kill versus light, time to kill versus medium, and time to kill versus heavy. Heavy shotgun got a little bit nerfed in the patch, but I still feel like it's an incredible weapon, just a little bit niche. There are certain maps and game modes where you would want to have a shotgun because the cash outs are in closed spaces inside houses where you are going to be the strongest character in the game. Flamethrower goes in a C tier. You are getting outranged by the Lewis gun, you are getting out damaged up close by the shotgun, and there is always a weapon that can do what you can do with Flamethrower, but better. C tier for now. This Junkrat weapon is terrible. You want to have point presence, you want to be active while you are exchanging damage with enemies on medium range, and none of that can be achieved with this garbage. Sledgehammer is another throw item. You can destroy buildings with your RPG, with your C4s, with barrels that are laying around the map, and again, you're gonna get outranged by Lewis gun. If you would want to come close, you would have to exchange your health, shield health and bubble health without achieving anything or applying any pressure to enemies. M60 is a decent choice. I would place it at the A tier. It recently got buffed, and if you'd look at the stats, it actually has the highest damage per magazine throughout all the weapons, standing at 1610, which makes this weapon incredibly powerful while you are bursting shields, bubbles, and playing around the objective. Moving on to medium weapons, and AK takes an absolute S tier. This weapon got recently buffed due to the slight adjustment to the recoil pattern, where it became so much easier to control the recoil after you spent half of your magazine. It feels like your crosshair is just never moves up. Maybe I just got too comfortable with this weapon, maybe nothing changed and I'm just biased, but at the end of the day I feel like AK is a FCAR in terms of recoil, but with 2 times more bullets. FCAR is still a very nice weapon. I would place it at A tier because you have a lot of downtime between you shooting a person, reloading, healing your heavy, and then doing it all over again. With AK you can heal, shoot, heal, shoot, and then reload, and then heal in between, maybe rest someone. There is just little to no downtime, and you can always apply constant pressure. With FCAR you have windows of opportunities where opponents can catch you off guard. Riot Shield is a terrible choice, but I would say it's better than D tier simply because you have better options when it comes to your point presence. You can be annoying, you can steal cash out, and when you are stealing the cash out, your left side is completely defended because you are holding a Riot Shield in it. You can be used as a fish bait in your team, but still this is a complete throw in comparison with better options right now. Junkrat weapon for medium is okay. I would say it's better than a Riot Shield because you can apply pressure, and if you can hit direct shots or just spam enemies, like let's say you take the high ground and they are defending the cash out and you're just spamming the choke or spamming the corner that they are sitting in, it can actually deal a lot of damage. Decent weapon, but there are better options on the market. Revolver still takes the B tier. You have nice damage per magazine, you have the ability to kill mediums and heavy players as fast as you would do it on SCAR, given the fact that you hit every single bullet, of course. Medium shotgun takes the top of the B tier. I would say that this weapon is amazing. The main problem with it is the lack of range. You can be extremely deadly in a medium heavy composition when you are playing close with your heavy and you're just pushing together with double shotguns, maybe in the buildings. You can tap lights and mediums with ease. There's a lot of downtime on your reload and the weapon is just not as versatile. Moving on to light weapons, LH1 is a B tier weapon due to its unpredictable recoil pattern and visual recoil. I feel like when you are playing light, fundamentally you want to come close and kill a person that's stunned, that's glitched, that's naded, that you did before, and LH1 really punishes you for playing up close. You really want to hold the distance between you and your opponents, and why are you even playing light when you can't come close? Every single melee weapon, which are the sword and the dagger, can go in the same C tier category. I feel like they are decent in publics, but in ranked, you are playing against C4s, barrels, gas mines, shotguns, and all of these things are incredibly dangerous, and there is just nothing you can compensate for your lack of survivability. You go in, you have 150 HP, a random nade kills you, a random gas mine just completely gets you out of the game, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Throwing daggers are going in a B tier. I feel like they are like usable. You can use these items, but there are just better options on the market. Unfortunately, this is a projectile type weapon, and I don't feel like this is a good choice right now. Sniper rifle should never be in a game. I don't understand why developers even added that in a game where you have to push and hold the cash outs in closed space environments with the sniper rifle. That is just, it needs a rework, or it needs to be removed from the game. Surprisingly, M11 is actually an A tier option right now with the recent buff. This gun is very deadly up close. The main problem is damage range and visual recoil that are non-existent on MP5 when M11, excuse me, is just the worst MP5, thus it goes in A tier. MP5, on the other hand, is an absolute S tier weapon. It allows you to keep the distance between you and your enemies, and with recent stun gun buffs, you actually have the option to stun enemies behind cover, effectively poke them or even kill them without being too exposed, because what would happen before, especially if you are playing a shotgun, you would have to come close, you would have to risk your life. With MP5 you can play far and farm kills. I think pistol is a decent option. I would say it's A tier still. You still can tap enemies with relative ease. The main problem with pistol is that it got heavily nerfed from the beta days, and it's just not as good as it was before, and there are better options on the market. Light shotgun is another S tier weapon, there is no doubt about it. Super freaking difficult to play against, especially if you are a good light player. You can 2-tap heavies, you can 2-tap any character in the game. Light players are getting 1-tapped by it. It's incredibly annoying to play against it, and yeah, that's gonna be it for today's tier list. If you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know. See you in the next one. Take care.